Have you ever thought, wouldn't it be great if I could generate leads and convert more leads into customers with less effort? Well, you can do that utilizing events and workshops. In fact, in this video, we're going to be talking about some examples that you can put into play to do just that. And we're also going to be covering some mistakes and some things that you can do to avoid those mistakes so that you don't have to take the scenic and painful route on your journey.
Welcome to Growth Amplifiers, where we showcase the best tips, resources, and tools to amplify and scale your business.
So utilizing events and workshops is a really ninja strategy, because if you're trying to sell your product or service, right, it's going to be a little bit hard if you're trying to get your marketing message in front of your ideal customer. You know that you can help them out, but they may not be looking for that help. Let's say you do CFO services and some people think they've got their books in line. They don't realize how many profit gaps they have, how much revenue and cash flow issues they could improve. They think things are going smooth. They have someone who's running their books, but you know that you can help them out to be more cash flow positive and more profitable. But how do you get them to know that? Well, you need to be able to share and demonstrate that. But if you just say, hey, do you want me to share and demonstrate that to you? They might not really see that as such an offer because you're pushing your agenda on them and you could push them away. Events and workshops are great because you can invite people in. You could say, hey, I'm going to give you some information that will help you resolve these challenges and help you improve in these areas. They want to have the results, then they'll come to your event. And you could do some events you could do for free. I like to do a lot of free virtual events. And when I'm doing free virtual events, my focus is on getting people to raise their hand. I want people to say, yes, I'm interested in that sort of thing. So I can invite them, reach out to them directly and invite them, say, hey, I'm doing an event on this topic. And if they raise their hand or register, that gives me a signal that they have interest in that sort of topic, which then if they do that, even if they don't show up to the event because it's a free event, I can follow up and continue that conversation. So I'm less concerned on if they actually show up for that particular event. I've had many people RSVP to my event and never show up, but still I've gained their business because I've continued to follow up. They just couldn't attend that event at that time. Now, events can also be lucrative. Events can be something where you charge either a little bit of money for maybe a smaller workshop, or for a larger workshop that's more like an intensive, you can charge a premium, thousands of dollars, and you can have a really lucrative and powerful day for servicing even a small handful of people if you're providing real transformation. So events can be from free to high and all that in between. So you definitely need a strategy there, but let's talk about those mistakes that people make when they're getting into events and workshops. Mistake number one is the content is not aligned. They're putting content out there. They're talking about stuff that's really valuable. Maybe it's even related to their industry, but they haven't designed their workshop or their event to guide someone to the potential next step. So you need to have some sort of angle, some sort of way of saying, we're going to talk about this topic, we're going to provide this value, but then we're going to want you to take this next step, and here's why. This doesn't need to be hard. It's just a lot of people will get so focused on their content, they're not thinking about what the next step is. So you really need to think about, with clarity, what are the focused objectives of this event? Now, you definitely want to deliver on the value that you proposed in the event, but you should also seed in some content that helps people see what a potential next step is and how you can move that relationship further. So for example, let's say I have a marketing workshop that I'm talking about how to get more ideal customers, and I deliver in that content strategies, case studies, and tactics on how people can get their marketing message out there and have more of their ideal audience coming to them. That's great. But if I don't connect the dots and have people see that's part of the bigger picture, you don't only just want to attract them, you need to have a plan and a process for guiding them further in the customer value journey. You need to nurture that relationship. You need to help people earn the trust and guide them to an offer that helps solves their challenges and helps them achieve what they want. If you're just attracting them, but you don't have a good plan, a good value journey, then you're missing the big picture. So when I'm putting a workshop together, I want people to get value from it, but I want them to see that there's more than just attracting people's attention. You need to have a customer value journey. And that's one of the things that Growth Amplifiers helps to design and optimize. So we want people to know that they got value and know that there's a next step. That's why we offer breakthrough sessions and to help people see and assess their value journey so that they don't spend a lot of time and money taking actions, but they're losing opportunity because they have gaps in their process. Does that make sense? So if the content isn't aligned to a clear next step, you can provide a lot of great content, but then people are like, thank you, I'm going to move along now, and you missed that opportunity. Another mistake is having events and workshops and not marketing very well. I've seen some marketing where people will just put it in their newsletter, they'll post it on their social media, and they are looking for people to RSVP and show up, but they're not getting the results. You need to have a plan to get your marketing message in front of your ideal prospects. And if you're not getting the impressions, if you're not letting people know, then don't expect people to register. Marketing it, getting the message out there, and then making sure that you're communicating the value in such a way where people understand the benefits of the event, what they're going to get from it, the challenges that they're going to solve, why that this event may be different from similar events, and really stack the value in the promotions. So that's an important part. And as mentioned a moment ago, you want to really document what that value journey is. If you get someone's attention, what is the next step you want them to take after they register? Will they get a sequence of emails telling them about why they should show up for the event, educating them about your customer, maybe giving them a tool or a resource, and some case studies or testimonials? So by the time they come to your event, they're not coming in cold. They know about you, they know about your brand, and they're that much warmer. So when they come to your event and you've got that content really aligned, they're more likely to take the next step on the journey. So marketing isn't just the promotion part, it's making sure that you're thinking of all the different touch points on their journey, even after they register and after the event itself. If they attend the event, you can make sure that you're following up afterwards to prompt the next step as well. All right, mistake number 3 is poor execution. How many events, whether online or in person, have you attended and you're like, oh man. Now, if it's online, it's really easy to kind of leave. If it's in person, you're just like, is there a coffee break? Can I just move? And that is not a good experience. You can spend a lot of time getting people there, but if you're not delivering on the experience or the information, then you're going to be disappointing people. So you want to think about what is an elevated experience that you can provide so that it's not going to fall flat. Now, in person, there's a lot of different things you can do, from how you're greeting people to name badges to things that you give them physically. Online, there's things you can do too, from interacting, from doing polls, from playing videos, adding entertainment, music, video clips, interaction in the actual event. You got to make sure that you're creating an experience and not just pushing a message on elsewhere. If they could get the same experience from watching a video, then you haven't done the best job of executing an elevated experience. A moment ago, I talked about you can do events of different sizes. We've facilitated mastermind events, some high-level mastermind events where we charged a premium for people to attend, be with other thought leaders, and have a great experience. We also had a mastermind that met monthly and charged a membership to be part of the mastermind. There's different ways that you can do that. We've hosted free events and invited people to some workshops for free to introduce ideas to them, to help give them some tools and solutions, to build a little bit of trust and guide people to the next stage. We've also held larger events that we charged even more of a premium because we helped create transformation and made it more of an intensive. There's events that we've had that have been more about just getting people to show up and building community. So many different things you can do. The cool thing about events, it's one to many. Now, if you don't have a lot of resources and you want to keep it simple because you're wanting to scale, then keep your events and workshops simple. I like doing virtual events. Virtual events can be very powerful. You can do virtual events for generating leads, to building rapport. You can do virtual events and workshops and charge a decent amount if you're providing tools, resources, and transformation. If you don't have events or workshops in your arsenal now, consider adding them. They really can maximize your time because it's one to many. Even just getting the message out there helps keep top of mind. It's a great way to invite more ideal prospects, and it can be another lucrative stream that is really scalable. You can do one workshop, one event for hundreds of people and generate a lot of revenue and provide a lot of transformation. So if it's overwhelming for you, if you need a guide to help you out in putting that together, don't hesitate to reach out to Growth Amplifiers. We're dedicated to helping people amplify their business. It takes new actions to achieve new results. So make sure that you're not just hearing these ideas, you're putting them into action so that you can provide more traction for those you serve.
To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.